What's going on, everyone? I'm Tommy.
I'm Kenny.
I'm Brian.
I'm John.
I'm Shaun, and this is
We Speak,
You Listen. So we just got out of seeing Captain Marvel on opening night, and absolutely you can see the pop right there. Definitely a good turnout. We were waiting for this one, obviously leading up to Avengers Endgame. This is going to be the precursor and kind of letting us know the backstory. Where's Fury?
Goose.
Little Coulson surprise also. Not surprise, but Coulson appearance. Spoilers, obviously. This is We Speak, You Listen.
Yeah.
Spoilers are coming. So with that being said, Shaun, do you want to quickly start us off and give us just some quick thoughts on what you thought?
Yeah, lean in so people can see.
Yeah.
What's up? The movie definitely continued the line of consecutive good Marvel movies. Kept the story going. As Tom said, there were some surprising moments we'll get to a little bit later when we get to the scores, but I'd say that it had kind of a Guardians feel, but a little bit more. They had to grow. Like, I heard that the first half was slow. It wasn't slow. It was like building her backstory. You had to do it. So
Yeah.
what did you think, John?
Jesus, Tesseract.
Oh, that was great.
Tesseract.
I feel like I just turned into Captain Marvel for a second there. I thought it was really great. Another great solo Marvel origin film. First female lead role came out on Women's Day with perfect timing.
International Women's Day.
Yes.
International Women's Day, of course. Yep, shout out to all women. Yeah, like Shaun said, great track record. Followed up on that, of course. Really enjoyed Brie Larson. I wasn't really sure on her performance, how it was going to be. I wasn't really just sold right away on her as Captain Marvel, like you would with, Robert Downey as Iron Man and even Tom Holland when he came out as Spider-Man. But she definitely sold it in this movie for me, and I really enjoyed her performance. Great job of the younger versions of Fury and Coulson, and that CGI looked really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, just all around great movie. I enjoyed what they did with her and her powers as well. At the end, what really, I was telling the guys earlier, what really sold it on me on my rating later is when she finally unleashes her powers. She's flying in space and she's just really enjoying herself. She has a blast. She just opens her arms wide and flies in all these ships, and she's just punching through, and it was really relatable. If you had a limit of these powers and then you just got them fully unleashed, you would have a blast as well. You would kind of go crazy and experience what she experienced. But I really like the way they portrayed that, and just bringing everything together in a really smooth way that they did. But I did really like the twist as well. As a Marvel comic fan as well, kind of being on the sides of the Skrull felt weird. No matter what, they've never really been the good guys in any sense. So that kind of twist of having the Skrulls be the not necessarily good guys, but the victims in the end of the story there was really interesting, and the whole Jan Rog throwback to him being a villain was pretty well pulled off. I like the way they did that. It was pretty clever. A lot of Easter eggs in there I liked as well. I was telling the guys about the Monica Rambeau with the daughter being Captain Marvel as well. And really? Sorry, there's some background stuff going on there, guys. I was surprised if anyone had seen our trailer review for Captain Marvel from the Super Bowl. I thought there might have been a little Easter egg with some binary name drop or something like that, but they didn't really go. They didn't even really officially call her Captain Marvel at all. But we still got the emphasis, obviously. And I was mentioning to Shaun earlier how they changed the origin of the movie a lot. Having Marvel be like a female scientist that was an undercover agent on Earth.
That was way different from the comic book story.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people were confused. They thought Jude Law was going to kind of portray the original Captain Marvel character, but then when they threw out the Jan Rog as his character, it kind of changed everyone's mind. But it was interesting. It was good. Definitely pushed the female character role as well. Having, like I said, switching from Captain Marvel being originally a guy into being a woman. Once again, I like that as well. Sorry, I'm going on a little long here, guys, but I like Captain Marvel. I like the comics, so there was a lot there for me. But this is our first Marvel movie we reviewed, so it's going to be a lot.
Yes.
A lot to Endgame as well. But I'll leave it off. I'll send it off to Brian, but I liked it a lot.
Oh my God, it's so crowded back here. I'm not used to being in the back seat.
What's
up, Kenny? All right, so I enjoyed this movie a lot more than I thought I was going to. I'm not that familiar with Brie Larson as an actress, but the roles I am familiar with her, she doesn't portray a lot of emotion in her character. She's kind of like plain almost.
Oh shit.
I mean, look at some of her other movies. She's kind of plainish.
Yeah.
In this movie, it was completely different. She showed really
Character.
really great range with her character, and I did like how they went not true but more comic accurate with her origin story, putting aside of course the Miss Marvel part of her comic book life. They did a really good job of fitting it in with the current universe, which can be tough when you have such a vast universe of 10 years to put a movie that's basically in between what was the first sequential movie to now. They did a really great job of it. Excellent end credit scenes. Even the second one, which was more of a comedy, comic relief scene, that was really good. Yeah. Though John, you called it right off the bat. That was a nice call out. For me though, I'm gonna go with John. The portrayal of the Skrulls and the Kree, reversing that pretty much. That to me was a really nice twist. And as a comic fan who usually looks for comic accuracy, that for me really put it over the top. I like how they did that. It was very fitting for what the cinematic universe is. All right, Ken, your turn now.
Yeah, you took it pretty good. Okay. Goose the Cat.
I like
for me.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah. Samuel Jackson was good. Young Coulson was good. It was just good. Even the Stanley intro credit.
Oh yes,
my
of course.
God.
How did no one mention that yet?
Yeah.
That was. And then even his little cameo was good. That was real good. You know, have him in there
Playing himself.
Yeah.
Reading
His
lines.
lines
Reading
to
line.
Mallrats. That was
Yeah.
amazing.
That was cool. But good. Goose the Cat and everything.
You are short and
Kenny
sweet.
was the
Yeah,
opposite of
Yeah,
us.
no, I agree with all the fellas so far. It's definitely an excellent movie. Difficult challenge to put it in between, like Brian was saying, the first MCU film
That's right,
all
Tom.
the way
It's
up.
not hard going dead last, is it?
And putting it up right after Avengers Endgame comes out. Big challenge.
Yeah.
I felt, there could have been times in the movie where the dialogue in the beginning seemed a little iffy, a little kind of corny in a sense, just because you were introducing her character.
That's
But
what she said.
overall, definitely a strong performance. Definitely, got our blood running for Avengers Endgame.
Oh yeah.
7 weeks.
Especially with
7
the
weeks.
first post-credit scene. As soon as
Definitely, yeah,
as soon as we see Cap at the the drawing board, and
Black
Black
Widow,
Widow.
thinking she's in charge of shit. Like,
Yeah,
I want that on.
and then they
Oh,
have
I ain't
they
used to
have
fuck
they,
this guy. Let him do it. Let him do his thing.
they have the beeper. They have Captain Marvel's beeper, and they're getting the signals, and then all of a sudden she appears.
Just
Says,
out of
"Where's
nowhere as it
Fury?"
turned
Where's
out.
Fury?
And then it cuts. So
The already new badass costume she has
man,
too.
what a way to carry us and pass the torch. But
It was a different costume,
yeah,
wasn't
I
it?
mean.
Yeah, it was definitely a new costume.
Since we're approaching the 9-minute marker already, I think I'll start us off with the review.
Some ratings.
Some ratings. I'm gonna go. Obviously, wasn't obvious before. The guys know, but I'm gonna give it a 5 thumbs up. It's a must-see in the theater. MCU film. Definitely came with a strong performance. Brie Larson as a badass Captain Marvel. The powers that she bestowed was incredible.
Right.
Thanos better keep an eye open with her.
Mhm.
Because she is a force to be reckoned with. She kind of like dick punched fucking what's his name right on the ship. She's staring down fucking
Jan Rog. Jude
no
Law.
what's his name,
Ronan?
Ronan.
Oh, Ronan, yeah. She
Fucking just eyeing him
fucking-
up
yeah,
like,
just-
what you gonna do? He's like,
Yeah.
we're gonna go back through the time
yeah,
for it. I'm
they
like,
just looked at each other like,
yeah. She basically just tore one of his like fleet ships in half, flying right through it. So, yeah, she's badass to the core. 5 all day.
Yeah, I give it a 5. Thumbs up.
Boom. Brian?
Ryan?
So we have seen a lot of great movies this year, but this is without a doubt the first movie that I would consider a must-see on the big screen, and because of that, I do give it 5 thumbs up.
Boom.
Yes, exactly, guys. 5 thumbs up. That means you guys should see it in theaters. Marvel fans, non-Marvel fans. If you love women, go see this movie. It's International Women's Day. Go see this movie. Just all kidding aside, guys. But yeah, it was really great, and it did a really good job of connecting all the Marvel pieces. That was a tough job that I had to do, but it pulled it all together. Shaun, what would you say?
It's a tough call, and I'm gonna break the run of 5s with a 4. It was actually closer to a 3.
Doesn't love women, guys.
It was closer to a 3 than a 5, but
Sexist.
absolutely, if you've seen any Marvel movies, you gotta see it.
You have to, yeah.
If you have any interest in Avengers, I would say see it. It's worth it.
Yeah, you
Because
should
the
give it a
movie
5
goes
then.
7
Interest
weeks.
in Avengers?
You know, like
Just
if you're
give-
gonna see,
Just give it a 5.
the beginning was too slow.
Oh my
But
god.
and I gotta keep the 5 open for something that's better.
You can.
It ain't
And
the Irishman, I tell you that.
To me, it's fuck you.
I haven't even seen a preview for it. He's already dogging the movie.
It's hard to compare because of different types of movies, but I would say this is on par with Alita, on par with Fighting with My Family, better than Glass, much better than Glass. But like, you know, so far for this year, it stays on par
That's-
of good
that's in my
movies,
top.
but nothing great yet, in my opinion.
And because this is a spoiler-filled review, the reason why Nick Fury has one eye is because of Goose. Just saying.
Yeah, Goose stole the movie. Goose is a man.
And Fury's half Fury Vision.
Yeah.
And the Tesseract.
Yeah, so there you hear it, guys. We have 4 5s, and obviously
Someone who doesn't
Shaun.
count.
Shaun being the oddball out gives us a 4. But all in all, it's definitely a must-see movie from all of us. Go out there, take a nice
Higher, further,
trip.
faster, baby.
Get ready for Avengers Endgame because that's right around the corner as well.
7 weeks.
So with that being said, this is Kenny. You can find him on Instagram at 1Virgo2Geminis.
Yes.
Brian, you want to shout out your little channels?
Go
Nation.
Vogel Nation on
Optic Island
YouTube.
with a drop.
Shut up, Shaun. I'm already fired the shot.
Vogel Nation on YouTube and Instagram. There ain't no nation but Vogel Nation.
Follow me, John, and like Flynn13 on Instagram.
Cop the pop.
That's Shaun.
Instagram.
No excitement in that.
Optic Island YouTube, Bambino Brooks Instagram. Everyone have a great
And Funko
evening.
Finder, whatever, 15.
Funko Finder. I don't even remember what the fuck it was.
That was Funko
But
Freaker.
we're at the diner. We're about to get some fucking pancakes
I'm
and
hungry.
feast our faces in. So
Gotta eat like Goose.
Carol Danvers is ready to fucking manja. All right, guys. Have a great night.
Peace.